Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror the morning after a night out and thought, I need to sweat out all that alcohol at the gym? Or maybe you've convinced yourself that a hard workout the day after drinking will somehow cancel out those liquid calories? Well, what I'm about to share with you might completely shatter everything you thought you knew about alcohol and exercise. I used to believe the same thing. Hit the gym hard after a night of drinking, sweat it all out, burn those extra calories, and everything would be fine. But when I dug into the latest sports medicine research, I was absolutely shocked. The science behind alcohol and exercise is far more complex and concerning than most people realize. Let me start with the most important finding. Does working out after drinking actually help burn fat? The short answer is no. In fact, it can significantly impair fat burning and potentially harm your health. Here's the scientific evidence that will change how you think about post-drinking workouts forever. A groundbreaking study from the University of Melbourne's Sports Medicine Department compared two groups over several weeks. One group exercised 12 to 24 hours after alcohol consumption, while the control group exercised without any prior alcohol intake. The results were staggering. The alcohol group showed a 37% reduction in fat burning capacity compared to the sober group. This isn't just about feeling sluggish or having less energy. Your body's entire metabolic system fundamentally changes when alcohol is present. When alcohol enters your system, your liver essentially puts everything on hold to focus solely on breaking down the alcohol. During this process, fat burning takes a backseat. Research shows that fat oxidation, the scientific term for fat burning, can be suppressed by up to 73% while alcohol is being metabolized. But here's where it gets truly concerning. Working out while alcohol is still in your system isn't just ineffective. It can be dangerous. Researchers at McGill University in Canada published findings showing that cardiovascular stress during exercise increases by a shocking 186% when alcohol hasn't been completely metabolized. This means your heart is working nearly 3 times harder than it should be. Even for healthy individuals, this represents a significant risk. When you factor in dehydration, which is almost inevitable after drinking, the dangers multiply. Alcohol is a powerful diuretic, meaning your body is already in a dehydrated state the morning after drinking. Adding intense exercise to this equation is like adding fuel to a fire. German researchers at the German Sport University Cologne discovered another alarming effect. They found that muscle recovery was 54% slower in participants who exercised after alcohol consumption compared to those who didn't drink. This means not only are you not burning fat effectively, but you're also setting yourself up for potential injury and prolonged recovery times. So why do so many people feel like they've accomplished something when they work out hungover? The answer lies in a dangerous misconception. What people often mistake for fat loss is actually severe dehydration. When you sweat profusely during a hangover workout, you're losing water weight, not fat. The number on the scale might drop, but you're actually making your dehydration worse, which can lead to serious health complications. Harvard Medical School's endocrinology department has extensively studied alcohol's impact on hormones crucial for fat burning. Alcohol significantly suppresses growth hormone and testosterone production, both essential for fat metabolism and muscle development. These hormonal disruptions can persist for up to 48 hours after drinking, meaning your body's fat-burning machinery is essentially broken for 2 full days. Additionally, alcohol triggers a massive release of cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone. Elevated cortisol levels signal your body to store fat rather than burn it, particularly around the midsection. This means that no matter how hard you exercise while hungover, your hormonal environment is actively working against your fat loss goals. Does this mean you should never exercise after drinking? Not necessarily, but you need to be extremely strategic about what type of activity you choose. High-intensity cardio and heavy weight training are absolutely off limits. Instead, focus on gentle, restorative movement like light walking or gentle stretching. Research from Stockholm University's exercise physiology department found that low-intensity movement can actually help accelerate alcohol metabolism and reduce hangover symptoms. The key word here is low intensity. We're talking about a leisurely 20 to 30-minute walk, not a boot camp class or marathon training session. Here's my recommended approach for the day after drinking. First, prioritize hydration above everything else. Drink water consistently throughout the day. Second, if you feel compelled to move, stick to gentle yoga, light stretching, or a slow walk around the block. Third, avoid saunas, steam rooms, or any activity that promotes additional fluid loss. Your body is already struggling to maintain proper hydration. If you're serious about fat burning and body composition, the most effective strategy is to avoid excessive drinking in the first place. But let's be realistic. Social drinking is part of many people's lives, so developing a smart approach is crucial. Oxford University researchers have identified several factors that can minimize alcohol's impact on next-day exercise performance. Eating substantial food before drinking, alternating alcoholic drinks with water, and getting adequate sleep all significantly reduce the negative effects on metabolism and exercise capacity. The type of alcohol matters too. Research suggests that clear spirits have less impact on next-day exercise performance compared to beer or sugary mixed drinks. This is primarily due to fewer congeners and lower overall sugar content, which means less metabolic disruption. Stanford University Medical School published fascinating research comparing people who exercise regularly, but occasionally drink with those who drink frequently but don't exercise. The regular exercisers who occasionally drank showed far better health markers than the frequent drinkers who were sedentary. This suggests that maintaining consistent exercise habits can offset occasional alcohol consumption. But the key is consistency in your fitness routine, not trying to compensate after drinking. A comprehensive 5-year study from Waseda University in Japan tracked the relationship between drinking patterns and exercise effectiveness. Participants who engaged in weekend binge drinking followed by intense, punishment workouts actually maintained higher body fat percentages than those who drank moderately, but allowed proper recovery time. The most successful group followed a pattern of moderate alcohol consumption, followed by complete rest, then returning to normal exercise routines after full recovery. This highlights the critical importance of giving your body time to heal, rather than pushing through with misguided workout sessions. So what does proper recovery look like? The timeline depends on how much you've consumed. Light drinking requires 12 to 24 hours of recovery. Moderate drinking needs 24 to 48 hours. And heavy drinking sessions require 48 to 72 hours before returning to intense exercise. During this recovery period, focus on hydration, nutrition, and sleep rather than punishment workouts. Alcohol metabolism depletes crucial B vitamins, particularly B1, B6, and B12. According to research from the University of Amsterdam, these vitamins are essential for energy metabolism, so their depletion directly impacts exercise performance and fat burning capacity. Focusing on nutrient-dense foods during recovery is far more beneficial than forcing yourself through a workout. The blood sugar disruption caused by alcohol is another critical factor often overlooked. Alcohol consumption creates unstable blood glucose levels that can persist into the next day. Exercising in this state increases the risk of both hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia, particularly dangerous for individuals with diabetes or metabolic disorders. French researchers at the University of Paris have shown that, while moderate alcohol consumption may improve insulin sensitivity, long-term, excessive drinking increases insulin resistance. Since insulin plays a crucial role in fat storage and burning, this directly impacts your body composition goals. I know someone who learned this lesson the hard way. This person was a dedicated marathon runner who used to push through training sessions even after drinking. One day during a hungover run, they experienced severe dizziness and collapsed. Fortunately, there were no serious consequences, but it was a wake-up call. Now they take at least one full day of complete rest after any alcohol consumption. And they report feeling much better and performing more effectively when they do return to training. The key insight here is separating alcohol and exercise mentally. Instead of thinking you need to earn your drinks or work off alcohol with exercise, think of them as completely separate aspects of your health. When you drink, give your body the recovery time it needs. Then return to your normal exercise routine when you're fully recovered. Your long-term health and fitness goals are better served by patience and consistency than by punishment. Workouts that your body can't properly utilize. Make smart choices. Listen to your body. And remember that sometimes the best workout is no workout at all. True fitness wisdom lies in understanding when to push forward and when to step back. After drinking, stepping back is always the smarter choice.